Hey guys, Tyler here, back with Secure Team. Now first off, for anyone who may have missed my latest video a few days back, I covered some crazy new discoveries literally underneath our moon that are leaving scientists baffled. So if you haven't seen that yet, definitely check that out, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it and what you make of what seems to be occurring underneath the lunar surface. But today, we are diving into something a little different, a piece of UFO footage that I am willing to bet not many of you have seen before, and that I totally accidentally stumbled upon digging through some old hard drives. And so I came across a folder that had some older footage that was circa we'll just say early 2000s to mid 2000s. And hopefully you guys can give me your take, because I'm kind of baffled. I've never seen this before. It's a couple different sightings of what appears to be the same object, and like I said, this was buried among some early 2000s UFO footage, and this one is from, it says in the title of the file at least, it's from 2010, and the metadata seems to represent that as well. And the only thing I know about this footage, besides the fact that it was shot in 2010, is that it is one of those vintage clips, and it feels so weird calling 2010 vintage, but this is one of those clips that gave me the chills, and I think it's going to give you guys some of the same. You know how sometimes when you're outside and you look up in the sky and you think you're seeing a faint star, and they typically look like a small white dot in the sky? All I can say is that after you see this, I think your mind is going to be changed about just which of these specks of light that we typically see in the nighttime and daytime skies really are in fact stars, and not totally something out of this world potentially. So check this out, and for context, whoever captured this, they added in some captions, some text captions in the video, so those were already added in, and we will come back to review it in just a moment. So check this out.
Okay, first time this year. Oh, there we go. First time this year. What is today's date? May 20th, 2010, time about 8:15 p.m. The moon's over there. There is no other bright object except for that one right there in front of you. And there he is. So, the funny thing about it is it kind of moved from the west to the east. Here it goes. One orb. Oh boy. There it goes. That baby, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Come on down, brother. One more dropping. 4. Oh shit, 5. 6.
Now, if some of you guys are like me, you're probably wondering what the hell you just saw. And I will be playing different filtered versions, as well as some AI enhanced and upscaled versions of the footage, which I think you're going to find really intriguing. But at first, when we were watching the footage, it shows what looks like a distant white dot, again, almost like a star. But here's the thing that I think we can safely say right now, which is that whatever this thing was captured in the skies over Pennsylvania back in 2010, it was not a star. This same white glowing dot was recorded on multiple different days, just hovering there, and it appears as this white circular shape. Being it was 2010, there is some blurring, some choppiness to it, some low resolution artifacts, but there's enough there. Along with the help of technology, I'm going to give you guys a better idea of what it may have actually looked like had it been captured today. But besides being recorded on multiple different days, towards the end of the videos, we get the real bombshell moment on one of the recordings where this object morphs in on itself, almost like it's collapsing or shifting. I don't know, but you can see, and we'll play in slow motion and kind of go back and forward. The thing looks to collapse in on itself, and it changes from that bright white circular shape, looking almost like it's surrounded by some sort of force field or energy, what could be a portal that is surrounded by a sort of darker outer barrier, I guess you could call it, or ring that is containing the white light, or the perceived white light coming from it. It totally looks to morph. That's what I'm going to say. It's what it looks like to me. It morphs in on itself and becomes fainter and dimmer by the second, and then out of nowhere, it drops 2 or 3, maybe 4 that I could see, smaller white unidentified objects from within itself. And that is crystal clear from the footage. And I'm showing you some more contrasted versions to pull out any detail we can. These smaller UFOs come down and out of it and begin to slowly but steadily drift downward and apart from the main UFO, but staying pretty close together the entire time nonetheless. And just like that, the clip cuts off. However, unlike a lot of footage today, we actually have a clip here where something happens before it cuts off, and it's seriously, to me, one of the more bizarre pieces and just awesome pieces of UFO videos that I've come across. Especially the age of it. I'm always looking for more retro and vintage UFO clips and imagery, and I have thousands, but I know more is out there. And so it's footage like this, with the age of it, what we see occurring within it, that is just truly mind-blowing to me. And the fact that I discovered it and I don't even remember it, along with the other clips that are just as old and that show some pretty epic UFO encounters all around the world. This one is definitely a head-scratcher. I don't have any further details on it, but whatever this is, it's strange and it's unlike any star that I've ever seen. What is happening in the skies is crystal clear. Something was up there, and whatever it was up there for multiple days, changing positions, sitting static in the sky, morphing in on itself before shooting out a bunch of other UFOs, which we likewise have seen occur and has been captured on video several times in the past, and that we've featured here. One of my favorites occurred in Long Beach, California, just a couple of years ago, by a good friend of mine out in California, who caught one of the craziest pieces of UFO infrared footage that I've ever witnessed, and depicts a similar and albeit much more clear view of a giant UFO dropping in that footage what looked like potentially hundreds of smaller UFOs. And you're seeing that clip now, a little piece of it, and you can find that on the channel. Let me know what you think. Is this a portal? Is this a craft releasing drones? Something natural? I don't know. I'd love to hear your thoughts. So do put your comments down below. Please head over and check out that most recent video on the movements happening underneath our moon. And the link to that I'll put down below. As always, if you like this one, show it some love, share it on social media. You guys liking and sharing is probably the biggest way to support right now as I work to get back into the good graces of the algorithm, and we can hopefully reach more of our 2 million plus strong subscriber base. And until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and keep watching the skies. Have a good night, guys, and I'll see you all back here in just a bit. Peace.